Hello, welcome back. Last time I found my way to Fraud, which was a super cool dungeon where I got the seal fragment real easy and then was in search of a treasure and went on a long chase toward nothing, it seemed like. So, I need to figure out what that's about. I wrote down a number of theories I have for where I might look. None of them are especially promising. There were two walls I'm fairly certain I never pushed and bombed, so I'll check those. I have some ideas for how to interpret the... what's the exact text of the clue? What is not seen often reveals the answer. So that's the clue. Not seen. So basically, like, my leading two things for that. By the way, right, so I'm, like, 95% sure a gilded bolt is hidden away in that dungeon, because that's the one and only item listed in the opening item scroll that I have not yet obtained. It's clearly the silver arrow equivalent, gonna be needed to fight Voss in Dungeon 9, and just makes perfect sense that I need to stop here and get it, because like there's this whole extra section of the dungeon that's for something after the seal fragment. But anyway, yeah, so I need to find a gilded bolt in here. I have the option of going to Dungeon 9, learning its name. I assume I have the option, because I have all the seals. What does that look like? I'm about to get hit. I can't see in here. I'll have to check on the overworld. You know what? I'm right there. Let's look at it. I mean, it's just going to be all the seals in a diamond shape. Okay, well, that's what that looks like. So anyway, oh, what color is my elixir? I know how to read them here. It is blue, which means red. Okay. Or orange, whichever you prefer. It's like the red-orange palette. The one that contains both of those colors. What is not seen often reveals the answer. So, there's no guarantee that that riddle is talking about the thing that I am currently stuck on. However, I have nothing that's a perfect fit for it, and I am stuck on something, so it stands to reason it probably has to do with what I haven't discovered yet. Because I don't need a clue for getting to Dungeon 9. I know what screen it must be on. I might need a clue for that, because, like, I'm just having to assume that having all the seals will change something on the overworld, which is different from the game this is based on. So one idea I had about unseen things is that perhaps there is an action that could only be performed in a room that is dark before I light it up. However, that would be inventing a new mechanic, and this game hasn't really actually done that. Like, everything that's here has been a logical extension of familiar rules from The Legend of Zelda, and something only being possible in a dark room would not be compatible with that. One thing that would be compatible with it, however, is the idea of an invisible staircase. So something unseen. Oh, well, I can't clear this room from here now. I guess I could have used the torch on that tank, but I did it this way instead. Right, so rooms with push blocks like that might reveal a staircase. I have one in particular in mind. I've been wondering if an invisible staircase comes into being in a place where I am required to know about it. I'm gonna try this again, just in case like something was weird, but no, this just doesn't push. You can't get back from here. The room I had in mind, there must have been like, there was a dig dogger in here. So this room. This was the one I had in mind. I don't think I can move fast enough to... Oh, I went the wrong way. Shoot. Oh boy. Okay. Is this the one I had in mind? Hold on, my notes said... West and east wall of the room east of the seal. That's this one. Okay. Oh, I didn't refill my bombs before coming in here. Right, I assumed the tanks would do it, and they did a little bit, but not as much as I'd like. Okay, my life's not great, my bombs aren't great. There's a pixie nearby, sure. But I should have, Well, I don't have a lot of bombs to walls to bomb. So I should be fine with just these four. It's actually just one more that I want to bomb, because I think I verified that I bombed every other wall in the dungeon that I can access. Except for ones that were definitely unreachable due to block placement. And, okay, well I should bomb those two, just in case. Like, I think the room just to my north, in fact, is the one that I'm thinking about, right? Alright, you. You know what? I'm gonna come get in your face directly because you're just evading me way too well. I will have to take a hit from this trap, won't I? No? Yes? Maybe? Anyway. So I don't believe I have bombed here. I have now, and it's nothing. Now, let's see, can I survive this? I can, and then there's a pixie. Yeah, nothing to bomb here that I haven't bombed. Okay, so, I tried that. Let's try this invisible staircase theory. So that would just be, I presume... So we saw those blocks in, like, whatever dungeon that was that were diamond-shaped and just had floor texture basically, like, painted on their blocks to make it look like there's an alpha channel going on. So, like, a fully transparent staircase, again, would... Yeah, so staircase sprite that just is a floor mimic, basically, would fit in there. This extremely distinctive-looking room is something that I specifically had to learn about in the prior dungeon, Violence, to find a staircase in a prominent spot. Is there an invisible staircase right here? There is not. Okay. Well, and it would be in that corner if it was anywhere. Let's check all the floor tiles, because that's a pretty cheap action here. Just in case there is a staircase somewhere in this room. Seems like this mostly just functions as a turnstile to make it tricky to get to the north. But I keep wondering if there's something secondary. Okay, so things this leaves me with. Do something in dark rooms without using a torch. Or, there's an invisible staircase somewhere else is possible. Maybe it's just not in that particular room, but I have the right idea. Or, just skip ahead to Dungeon 9 because that is available to me. I am super sure I have tried these walls already. Like, definitely. There's no way I have not tried those walls. So, this makes a visible staircase. That would take me through the wall to a room I don't want to be in. I'm less super sure I've tried these, but reasonably sure? I mean, I guess there could be an invisible staircase in a room where there aren't any push blocks. So just remember your formations. There's no way there's, like, something extra in this room, right? It'd be pretty funny if there was. Yeah, imagine, what if you could, like, bomb out of that room? But no, again, that's inventing a mechanic. That's just the return staircase, and I've already verified that this goes back to the place I came from, right? Let's re-verify. So I think at this point, I'll take one last look around the other side of that staircase. So, okay, another observation I made. Just in terms of, like, the dungeon room graph, there were two distinct endpoints in here that both ended with a key. So you go the Dodongo Larva route. Oh, by the way, let's refill bombs there, since I can. So north route leads to... Hold on, isn't there a south route? No, that just leads back to Pixie. So it's not actually a route. But yeah, you go the north route, and there are two exits here. There's also this mysterious room. I've already tried pushing all those blocks. This room... I guess it had some sort of boss in it, who remained dead. This room is weird. This room I don't understand. For one thing, I don't know that I need a key. Like, what would I do with a key? For another thing... Right, additionally I did want to try lighting up these rooms. I don't think any of these are, like, actually dark. They're not lightable any more than they already are. And this room's weird. Okay, I think that right there is a key-locked door. Yes, which leads through to a place where I got another key. But this is inaccessible to me by any means that I currently know. Unseen. Unseen. Not seen. What is not seen often reveals the answer. So something I don't see will reveal what I need to know. But like, what even category of thing am I looking for? Again, if absence is a clue, it needs to be contrasted with a presence. Here's a room with a pushable block. Let's step on all the floor tiles, just in case of that one crackpot theory. So that's reasonably cheap and easy to do. Right, north of here is backtracking. That is the correct boundary. I may have tried this lots of times already. That's not a staircase, that's just where the key was. What is not seen often reveals the answer. I don't see that closing, which is weird. Now, those just look like shutter doors. And that looks the same as the locked door in that other spot. Okay, can you refill me? Thank you. Just need you isolated from your friends because they might eat the bomb that is allocated to you. And you should have your own food. Shouldn't have to share with your siblings. They get their own allocations. North of here is safe to go and actually takes me south. So I go here now. There was a key in this room, right in this spot. I took it. How aggressively did I try pushing these blocks? I think not aggressively enough. So I'll try again a little more. Again, this would be inventing a mechanic, but I could imagine that maybe, like, the pixie is somehow a trap and I have to not see her on the way in. What is not seen? But no, that's just not what that phrase means. But, at the same time, is there some way I could fit, like, into existing mechanics that I know an effect on the dungeon state that would be made from touching a pixie? Okay, let's check for stairways here, I guess. I mean, I've put my feet all over this room already, probably. If there were a stairway, like, I would step into it accidentally during the fight. And I've tried torching here and nothing. I mean, okay, imagine, technically, maybe there are burnables in dungeons, since there are in the overworld, but I don't know, those two zones just follow completely different rule sets. So I really don't imagine I need to, like, burn something here. What is not seen? I don't know, so I think what I need to do is just go straight to... Okay, but hang on, but let's look at the graph of things here. So you go this way, you defeat this room, go south first, kill the Gibdos, see you need to go north instead, get the key, that's a clear endpoint. So this path has had a goal, and that goal was achieved. This path, same deal. You come up here, you fight some sort of mini-boss, you get the key, if you go north you backtrack, don't want to go north. So that's the end point of that. Then there's this room. So this one, like, clearly I have to enter from the east there somehow. There's no way I can sneak in there. And enter this room from the east somehow if I want that key. If I keep going south, so this is... okay, this is this room. Yeah, I am completely sure I've tried everything in this room. Tried blocks, tried walls, there's nothing else to try. I really want it to be this wall or this wall here. What is not seen? And if I go here, I'm just at Pixieland. And if I hold north, I can't backtrack that way. Query. Did I try... 1, this. 2, this. Fairly certain I did try this. Okay, so looks like the answer is yes. Alright, well I could just go back and forth wasting my bombs in the same walls I've already tried forever and not make any progress. So therefore, something different needs to happen. I've had no additional ideas here. I tried all the ideas I had, so instead, what I'm going to have to do is go to Dungeon 9. Another possibility is that they're somehow interconnected. I'm not sure what possible means those could have for being interconnected. But maybe somehow you go to Dungeon 8 from 9 and accomplish something. So, I mean, I have exploration I can do. I can check in at Dungeon 9. I can get as far as seeing Voss, probably. I just won't be able to kill him without the Gilded Bolt. So, I mean, since that's a thing I can do to make sort of some progress, that will dead end, probably, but I don't know that. Remember that other possibility that there's actually nothing there, and it's all an elaborate ruse to get me to search for something that doesn't exist, and the Gilded Bolt's actually loot in Dungeon 9. Ooh, I don't like that possibility. It makes less sense, and it's going to be harder to be sure whether it's the case or not. I can probably assume it's not, though. But I just don't know. It's just uncertainty all the way down. What's Voss gonna look like? I assume he'll just look like Ganon. But I also don't know that, and that's something I can maybe learn today or soon. Dungeon 9 is probably going to be a doozy, like, gigantic and hard to get through. I have all the power I'm going to have, except for, you know, I guess the slight extra power of the Gilded Bolt, which I only expect to use for one thing. So, like, in terms of actually traversing here, this won't ever get any easier. So doing it now seems fine. Anyway, so this room, west, west, south, south. Oh, so many of you. And yeah, so alright, let's work on the puzzle of how do I get into Dungeon 9. It might not be a puzzle, I might just walk there and... However, a thing that bothers me. That is, again, a new mechanic. This was Elixir Shop or Bomb Shop or something. There's like one of each on the way, I think, and a pixie. Maybe there isn't a Bomb Shop. Hi. Right, so I can kill you here, refill and come back, if I wish. And I do. Then there's like one more screen of Gauntlet, 2 more screens of Gauntlet, and then, right, I can ignore you. You're not a problem. I could ignore you, but you know what? You're a little bit in the way. Might get in my way on a return trip if I make one of those. So I'll bother to actually kill. Alright, so... this screen looks the same to me. Oh! So I just played the harp wrong. I was like at a weird place where I was still moving when I played it. Or that only works with... ooh, new music. No, hold on. The Ankh. Was that a whole new mechanic? I didn't understand what it did, though, so I don't know. Anyway, so Treason. Let's see what this is like. It's so far eerily empty. Locked door. Oh, that's extremely meaningful. Okay, so a whole new theory has entered my mind. Those keys in Fraud are the key item I need to get through And there maybe are only 2 of them and you can't get the other one? So I needed the keys for this dungeon. Oh, that's... Well, but no, now I'm just being given a key. All my theories just get shot down so quick. Oh, the pulse vice isn't weak to the bolts. That's the first time I got to test that. Also, I can't see here. Oh no. Invisible mazes. Oh, this is... disturbing. I think I know what shape this room is, right? I'll be able to go here. Okay, yeah. So, is this what is not seen? So to get to that, I go in here and get it. This has the shape of the, like, kind of partial infinity sign that I was just messing with in the other dungeon. Oh, and I might need to push a block? Or maybe this is just for getting that key. But yeah, okay, so here's something unseen. Right, there's no block there. I'm gonna check if I can open... Okay, so what is a block boundary? And I'm all flashy. Okay, so right here is a block to push. There are some inner ones there I didn't try. Yeah, I can tell what's going on here. I'm not sure how I'm aligned. Okay, there's block, here's block. That one equivalent on the other side is the one I didn't try. But it does look as though I'm just not doing anything here. So I come here for 2 keys. So I will just... Okay, but also... No, it was just 1 key, that's right. This was the first bomb room. This continues, though. Hi, Pixie. Are you real? You are? Thank you. Appreciate it. A lot of shutters here. That didn't play the noise. Oh boy, it's these. Of course it is. Wouldn't be a Dungeon 9 without those, would it? It could. But I guess not. Yeah, you stay in the walls there. Can't hurt me from there. Silly things. There's a pixie right next door, so it doesn't matter what I spend on this, as long as those open, which they do. This won't respawn monsters or anything. It's just free healing, anytime. I don't think I'm doing anything in this room, though. It does not appear that way. Okay. So that's end of the road. Seems like it. Okay. So take that 1 key you got. Right. Don't exit this dungeon down from 2 keys. Just in case that would make future activities in Fraud impossible. The right path is often the most arduous. Okay? So go the way that's hardest. I mean, I say I could have guessed that, but now I'll be thinking it specifically. In case I have a choice, take the hard one. Alright, so we got a scry. The location has been revealed. If I go south, I get locked in. I've seen those shutter doors. Alright, so we have one-way traps going on here. Watch out. Thanks for the bombs. I was actually a little bit low. Should I try pushing blocks? No. Am I going to? Yes. It eliminates the possibility for later. If I remember. I probably won't, and I'll try doing that again. Because I always seem to get to the point where I'm like, gotta try everything I can possibly think of, including things I've already tried. That is just how you play Hellwalker. Oops. Sure, I would like to touch you, and I did. Ooh, that's nice. Arduous path. Oh, that bombed. It's more arduous to have to use a bomb than not. Okay, so this took me to... Hi, you're new. No, you're not. You're Octorox. Okay. Wait, where am I? Oh, here. Okay. Don't go south with this, by the way. Right, I didn't think about the fact that I'd never seen an Octorok like before. They're reserved for Dungeon 9, which is a funny little inversion of other things. Those bombs might not be accessible. I think I tried bombing the west wall in the prior room to this, and nothing happened. I'm not sure that I did, though. Don't go south. That would be a mistake. So yeah, I guess like the purpose of going that path was to preview where the shutter door traps were. Hi, Acomentus thing. Alright, cool. So back up to 3 keys. Why did I not bomb there? Always bomb everywhere. Okay. So end of road, got key. Going south, yes, would not lead anywhere I want to be. Did I try these blocks? I don't think I did, so I'd better. I'll pick an appropriate stopping point in this dungeon. I mean, it would be nice if I could encounter Voss and see clearly that I have to have the Gilded Bolt, but I don't think I'll be getting that far because I expect this to be huge. But knowing that I need the Gilded Bolt doesn't help me get it. I already know that. Or at least I can safely presume. Ouch. Okay, yeah. It is pretty funny that this is like the new scary monster in here. In terms of pattern, they're not too bad. In terms of damage output, they are tuned quite tough. Four magic blasts for the orange one. Okay, so I can unlock that. Wait, I'm in a weird place. Ah, good thing I looked at my map, because this would take me through a shutter door, I note. Going right... Well, would it? See, problem is I can't trust that, because doors don't always connect to where it looks like they connect to. But in this case, since that would be something I don't want, I think I will assume that that's what's happening. Do I have an elixir? Yeah, probably. I think I might as well. Look at all this money I have. Can be used to buy more. And there's a shop just outside. Very conveniently placed. Yeah, so note to self, have not tried any of the ways to go that would lead to shutter doors. Now this final room here, I do in fact want to go north out of, because that would lead to the Wizrobe room where I was enclosed, but the doors were not shuttered. So I think this is the way I'm going here. Correct. It is kind of funny how I get, like, no information out of a blank wall, pretty much. Just like, any wall could be traversable. I mean, a door is always a door, but a wall is also sometimes a door. Well, I just took a lot of damage. Could I have done that better? Theoretically. Did I? No. Is that okay? Yeah, sure. Now this goes, is this a backtrack? It sure is. I suspected it might have been, and yet I fell right into the trap anyway. There's a pixie nearby. Things... wait, I'm... Right, the bomb room, okay. Let's verify that this does what I expect. It does indeed, but it takes me straight to the pixie, which is nice on its own. Oh, right, this silly room. Invisible walls, but I know what they look like. Oh. Well, you know what? I'm here. Sure. I still need to think on this fraud thing. What could I be missing? I guess I should, like... Okay, once again, mapping could be the solution. So remember how I made an overworld map and that revealed just instantly where the dungeon I was missing was? Dang it! I could do the same for fraud, just like absolutely draw it out, mark off for sure walls that I have checked for bombing and pushing, rooms that where I've checked block pushing, stairway connections, how door connections, right, all door connections tried. So yeah, I need to know that I have stepped through every doorway, pushed and bombed every wall. Ah! Bomb walls! You suck me in from so far away if I just, like, any part of my body brushes against you. Suddenly I'm just whisked out of the room. Other doorways don't work like that. This didn't even open those shutter doors. Right, I forgot what this room was about. Yeah, okay, so I will return to Fraud on my own time, and map it out thoroughly. To just mark off, visually, everything that I've tried and haven't tried, so that I know for absolutely sure. Oh, that does bomb, okay. Well, this will get me a small bomb refill. Cool. I thought I would have tried that, but I guess since there was fruitful exploration just to the north, I didn't bother. Yeah, so stuff like that. So probably somewhere in Fraud I forgot to try a thing like that. And yeah, that process will probably reveal what needs to be revealed, so... hope is not lost there yet. Because basically, like, my existing process for this, that's less thorough, is during video rewatch when I'm editing, just to make a note of the things I was suspicious of and watch carefully to see if I did test them. But that's extremely not thorough. Like, things I didn't think to watch for, and just forgot was a possibility, would be much more easily revealed by a thorough map. Okay, so standing in between tiles for Octoroks is not so good, because I don't think there's a way to block their rocks. Or maybe there is if the rock is north of me, but not if it's south, or something? Don't really want to test that with the amount of damage these things do. Like, I'm gonna have to drink my other elixir here. I will test. Yes, my shield does block them, if it's straight on. I could try this door to see if it leads backward, but I think I can safely assume it does. Also, let's see, story in here is that there's a shutter door I need to go through. The arduous path. And just like before, this is where I'm going to use my elixir again. Yep, okay, well, that's fine. Let's at least try to see a new room on the way in. Also, I can do more damage if I bother to wield the appropriate weaponry. And also have a confusing weapon hitbox. Ah. Like that. So I took a backtracking trap. How was it? I went north of here, which was fine, but then I did something else I didn't want to do. What was that something else? Oh. Yeah, bottom row does tend to stay away from you for a while, until it doesn't. They still sometimes decide to be in the bottom row. This is new. Right, I decided to test walls without thinking about what that meant. Okay, well that's the southwest quadrant of this dungeon. Pretty much done. I'll go until my life runs out, I suppose. Ooh, this is going to have some steep performance requirements, isn't it? Yeah, it doesn't push. I suspect so. Oh, I'm gonna have trouble in here. Like, if I'm already elixiring... Oh boy, okay, I can surmise that this room is probably shaped like... Hold on, what's north? darkness. Oh, did I find it? No? I was wondering if that was going to be Voss, but not yet. Shouldn't I have been safe there? I guess I walked further in the room than I thought. Oh. Yeah, I found a strategy. Ouch! That is... Okay. Well, that's about how long that lasted, huh? So you can just, like, sneak into the wall and get me just like that. Okay, fair enough. Alright, well that was what I saw of Treason. And yes, I will do, on my own, the mapping process in Fraud, just to be, like, absolutely sure of what I've tried. And maybe that will reveal what needs to be revealed. So I'll see you next time with that done, hopefully.